Hello, Ghana. Welcome to another impactful edition of Wash Hour, right here on your most trusted channel, as we continually address public health and sanitation-related issues across our communities. One critical reality stares us in the face. Our environment is paying a heavy price for convenience, and the time to draw the line is now. Today, we are putting the spotlight on a monumental shift in national environmental policy, the decisive push against single-use plastics and harmful packaging materials, underscored by the upcoming nationwide ban on styrofoam. I'm privileged to host key institutional voices driving this regulatory transition, including Mr. Hope Smith Lumoti, who is the Director of Human Settlements at the Environmental Protection Authority. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Alongside Mr. Malik Irera, facilitator at Planet Waves Environmental NGO. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Okay. From tackling toxic chemical reactions in takeaway packs to decentralizing environmental officers across our districts and enforcing stricter sanitation compliance, we are unpacking what these changes mean for manufacturers, food vendors, and everyday citizens. How do we balance commercial convenience with ecological survival? Let's find out as we engage our esteemed guests. But before that, you can join the conversation on Facebook at Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and on YouTube at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. At some point in our conversation, we will make the phone lines available to you, our lovely viewers, so you can join in. In the meantime, send your comments to our WhatsApp line via 0266 253 257300 0266 257300. I am Sharon Zoe Williams, your host, and this is Wash Hour. Now let's get right into it. And you're welcome once again, gentlemen. And I think that I'll start with you, Mr. Lumoti, since you are with the EPA. I think you should tell us about where this whole ban stemmed out from in the first place.
Yeah. So we are looking at the ban on styrofoam, but at the moment we are looking at polystyrene products. Okay. This, I would say, it has started way back. We can cast our mind back to the National Plastic Management Policy, which was published in 2020, and there are a lot of roadmaps in that document, which is directing us to phase out single-use plastics. So polystyrene products, styrofoam for that matter, and all other products that are polystyrene products are the target now for 1st January 2027. So I would say this has started way back, but we have reached a decision point, and we have targeted 1st of January 2027 to have a complete ban of styrofoam products in our environment.
Okay. What would you say drove the agency behind this specific ban, and why 1st January 2027?
Yeah, so I would say the health implications that we face, the public health issues that are faced by the use of these polystyrene products, the styrofoams that are used for food packaging, the bedding, the mattresses that we use, the packaging materials that we use to package some of these breakable materials are like the fridges and the computers, the laptops, so that they don't break easily. The ceilings that we do with styrofoam products are all part of this ban that we are referring to. And we are saying if you put hot food into this styrofoam product, when you put hot food, when you put acidic food into it, it releases styrene, which is a toxin, which is a carcinogen, and it is not good for our health. But most of the time, we know the food that we put into this, the Indomies, the Kenke, the Watches, they are hot food that we pour onto them. And if you also put acidic food into it, acidic food like orange, those who do the fruit salad, the acidic, the apples and co, they are all acidic. when it gets into contact with styrofoam, it releases these toxins. And oily food as well, the shito, the stew that we pour into it, they mix up with the polystyrene product and they release these toxins. So it's not good for our health.
Okay.
It gives us a lot of health issues. And the weight of this is full of air. It is very light. And disposing it, it blows easily into the environment. And at the end, it gets into our water bodies, choke our drains. And when it gets to the marine environment, this cannot decompose easily. It can be in the environment for about 500 years, you can imagine. Okay. Which means that this will be in the system for as far as generations are concerned. Okay. And this product that we are talking about, aquatic animals like fishes at times feed on it. I don't know whether you have ever seen even chicken, fowls, eating some of this, and it will not decompose, it will not digest. Okay. And you go and eat that live chicken or whatever you think you are eating. You are eating styrofoam. So it comes back to us and it will not decompose, it will be in your system. Okay. There are researches that have even revealed the presence of plastic or microplastics in some placentas of some women, which is alarming. So we have reached a decision point that we need to have that shift. And this one, to when you dispose it, and some people say, why not just burn it? It is from hydrocarbon material. Okay. Burning this also releases toxins that we breathe, which make the case so complex. So putting all this together, it's better we shift from the styrofoam to better alternatives like this and others that we'll be talking about.
Okay. All right. So let me move on to Mr. Malik. How would you say that Planet Waves is reacting or responding to this regulatory shift? Do you think it's a good idea? Coming from an advocacy point of view.
Yeah, I would have even said it is long overdue.
Okay.
But better late than never. Taking an initiative to help society, community, the individuals will in the long run help the next generation. Because if we are no more and the next generation come and meet a toxic environment that they cannot live and their life expectancy is dropped, we haven't let a good legacy that our children will be proud of. So it is a step in the right direction. Okay. However, it will be prudent if we, with respect to the enforcement and then those who are importing it, it will be prudent if by maybe from October going, because January is just about 4 months. So from October going, if we can have a list of the people who are importing the styrofoam in the country, if we can, the general public can know that these are the number of people who are importing, and that these are the number of people who are agreeing or reducing or tapering their import, then we can know that something is going on. But if everything is a small screen and nobody knows what is going, and the EPA is doing their work, raising awareness, and but we don't know what is going on at the background, and then in future we realize that it is shaky, I don't think the story will end well. So we'll be grateful to know the number of individuals and companies that are importing, but have agreed and are tapering their import to some point. Yeah.
Okay. I think that leads us to the next question for Mr. Lumuti. Would you want to answer that? Do you have...
Yes. So you asked a question, why now? And I make reference to the plastic waste management policy, which is way back 2020. You see, so we, after the roadmap that are designed, we need to do research, we need to do engagement. And all these engagements have been done, engagement with the manufacturers, the importers, the users, and the distributors, all these players. And even since last year, we've been doing all this engagement. And we have studied the importing cycle of these importers. We have also studied the production cycle of them. And we have even studied the stocking cycle of those who do the distribution. And we have seen that the maximum is around 4 months. The maximum somebody can stock is 4 months. The maximum to have that production that I have a raw material I need to produce and distribute is 4 months. So since the time of the announcement and the engagement, it's even more than 4 months, it's more than even 1 year, which we are saying that from now up to December, if you are an importer, don't import any raw material into the country to come and process this polystyrene products, or the manufactured one, don't import it.
So are you saying that they have been informed?
Yes.
Okay.
We have engaged them, not just informed.
Okay.
We had meetings, engagement, stakeholder engagement. So we have done a lot of engagement, a lot of study, not once, not twice. And we have done all this. The manufacturers, we have also done that engagement. Those who need to do retooling of their machines so that some parts cannot produce this. What alternatives can you produce? After the shift, what do we need to do? Do I have to shift? Because this is also a packaging material which looks similar to this styrofoam, but it's not styrofoam. These are some of the shifts we are referring to. So somebody can produce this.
Is there a name for this?
This one is the one from the sugarcane fiber.
Okay.
We have the paper ones, we have the bamboo, we have the normal leaves, we have those that are produced from aluminium, and they are all alternatives. Okay. So we have done all those engagements, and people are bringing this. The only issue is that the numbers are few because people are still going with this. So if this one is off the system, this number will definitely increase. So for now, that's where we are.
Okay. And before I go back to Mr. Malik, I'm still with you. Okay. I'm told that recently the EPA announced plans to deploy environmental officers to our various districts and across the country. Okay. So how will this decentralization guarantee the local food vendors, markets, and roadside chop bars strictly comply with the new packaging directives?
The good news is during our engagement, we even had a float and media engagement. Your media house was also there at Makola. That we went through some principal streets of Accra, Dankwa Circle, Independent Avenue. People that we have had talks with, and they are even said, as what Malik is saying, it should have happened long time. Even food vendors welcome it, and they wish this ban come yesterday, last year, not now.
They
have welcomed it. And all our regional office, our area offices are also doing same engagement, and we are not just stopping it now. After the Accra engagement, the Makola engagement, we are going to Kumasi market as well. From Kumasi, we are going to Sekondi Takoradi, we are going to Tamale, we are going to Aplau border as well. So we are doing a whole nationwide. So for now, even the feedback that we are getting shows that people are ready, they have welcomed it, and they wish we start it as early as possible. This morning, I was even on one of the sister stations, TV stations, and the host said, "Hey, is that it?" The host asked, "Why he has been eating in this for ages and those things?" And we are saying when you put hot food into this, acidic food, oily food, it leaches into the food. What shows? Look at it. When he even saw the two, he said it's almost the same. I said no, it's similar. So what I did, I brought up this hydrocarbon. This is fuel, and I pour it on this one. I pour it on it like this, and I also took the styrofoam and I pour it inside it like this. And I asked him that he should just look at the two. He should hold it, and he hold it. Within 5 minutes, the thing I was telling him that the food that we have been eating, the hot food, the acidic food, it leached into the food.
Wow.
If you look at this, touch this one. Touch it. You are running away. Are you running away? That is what you have experienced for all these years. It has leached into your hot food, your Indomie, your Kenke, your Wache. That was what has happened.
It has even destroyed the styrofoam.
Look at this one.
Okay.
It's still intact. So we are having a shift. You see what has happened. This is what has happened gradually.
Wow.
It was gradual. It enters your food, you consume. But with this, we don't have such a challenge. Before all these things, we were eating from the asanka. We were eating from bowls, from plates that we can wash and reuse. The leaves, let's bounce back to the village life. It was the healthy life that we were living, and the environment was clean. We were living longer. Our grandfathers and grandmothers lived longer. And we are going for convenience. We are shortening our lifespan.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Malik, what practical community-centered packaging solutions is your NGO promoting within this period? Because we have, I think, about 5 months to transition fully from the use of styrofoams. So which ones are you promoting?
Okay.
I can see that you have some samples.
Yes, but this sample is the styrofoam.
Okay.
But we're using it just to raise awareness about it. What we are promoting is the metal one.
Okay.
And then the polypropylene, the PP.
Okay.
Because that one, for the polypropylene, it can be produced within 6 months.
Okay.
The metal one too can be produced within 6 months. And the advantage over it with this is that you can use it over and over again. And with engagement with the manufacturers, it means that they are not going to buy a lot of raw materials again to produce another thing that will be a problem to the environment. But we have that culture of reusing stuff, because that is one of the way to reduce the overload of over-consuming things that we have in the system. So those are the two. But beyond that, like my senior said, the sugarcane baggers. Please bring it to me. Yeah. This comes from, when you chew sugarcane and you throw it away, the white stuff, that is what is produced, is turned into this. This one and the bamboo are okay. However, it's also single use. You can't use it again. The only advantage is that it's biodegradable. So we are in layers. We are focusing on first use the metal, then use the polypropylene, that is the PP, then focus on this one in that order, so that we will be able to achieve something sustainable. The goal is sustainability. Our focus is mainly on those who are educated, because if you are able to practice what you are saying or you got from conferences, when you come back, at least you reduce the burden that the EPA has to be talking about over and over again. So they are educated, our number one priority, before those who are not educated. So those are the two categories.
What's the plan for the uneducated ones?
Good. The uneducated one, that the reason why we are focused on those who are educated is that they have the capacity to also get to those who are on, because they live in a community.
Okay.
So instead of focusing on those who are focusing on how to get their daily bread, which these things are not their priority, how to survive, we rather focus on those who are already have something sustainable and then are living unsustainable lifestyle, that we want them to be a check to set example for those who are not educated.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And now back to you, Mr. Lonti. Public compliance heavily relies on public awareness. And I know that you've spoken about that, the plans and all that. But what extensive sensitization frameworks has the EPA put in place, besides what you've already mentioned, to educate the ordinary citizen? Now, I'm not just talking about those who are easily accessible, like those who, we have some people in certain parts of the country. What's the plan for them? Is this information going to reach them, and how is the EPA planning to do that?
We are reaching everybody. It's like a snowball.
Okay.
When it's given to you, you pass it on. And we are going to the markets. The market women, the market men, the food vendors, everybody on the streets. The food vendors, the hoteliers, the restaurant, those who do the check, they are all on board. But you see, the issue is that most of the time, when the product is not even there, it is about 50% cure.
Okay.
The thing is not there. The importer didn't bring it. Manufacturer didn't manufacture it.
That's
You
true.
you went to the market, it's not there. So if the importer is not bringing it, manufacturer is not manufacturing it, we have done about 50% of the work.
That's true.
So the user want to use it, still want to use it, but it is not available. But there's an alternative. The switch will be very easy.
Okay.
So the importers understood us, the producers, they are fine with us. Even the users are fine with us. However, we are not saying that after 1st of January, it's likely some people will still want to test the system and test the law.
Going to come to
They want to try it and see. But we have prepared for all those group of people.
What when you say you have prepared for them, what do you mean?
What we are saying that we have studied the production cycle, the import cycle, the distribution cycle of all these stakeholders.
Okay.
And we know that you cannot bring this product into the country, either the raw material or the product itself into the country. We will not allow you to clear it. But should you still go ahead, bring it after the 1st of January, it will not be allowed to be cleared. So it will be confiscated. Okay. You still have it in you are still manufacturing it. People will go around, when they see you still manufacturing it, it can be confiscated. You still have it in your warehouse. Just bring it. Maybe you are telling us that after this 1 year advocacy, 6 months talk on radio stations, you have not heard. So it is still in your warehouse. Just bring it to EPA. EPA will help you to dispose it. But don't go to the market and still be selling it. That one, the law will deal with.
So what is the law saying? How will the law? I think that we need to be able to bring these things out so that it can be clear for them to know that if I do this, apart from the confiscation, is there anything else that will be done to the individuals?
It will be confiscated,
okay,
and will be put before the law courts. Okay. And if you are found guilty, you know it. The penalty units are well spelled in the law.
Okay, I think there's even a video playing on
the production
yes, of the styrofoam.
Production of it. That's how it is produced. Okay. Air is blown and packaged that way. So you see, we are even praying that we don't get to that point whereby products have to be seized, where people have to be arrested, taken to the court, prosecution, all those things. This is not the first time we are banning a product or item in Ghana as far as EPA is concerned. We ban the use of plastic in packaging cement. Today, no manufacturer is packaging cement in plastic. We were successful. Okay. We ban lead in fuel, petrol. At first, we were using leaded fuel. We banned it, we were successful. We banned DDT, we were successful. So this is not the first time, and this will not going to be the last time, because our target is all single-use plastics. Okay. So styrofoam is just a component of the single-use plastics. Okay. So after the 1st January, when we are successful, we will definitely be moving to the other single-use plastics.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Malik, do you have anything to say to that effect? I saw how you were nodding.
Yes, so I was happy with what Mr. Lumote is saying, with the order in which the enforcement will be done, because without that, it's like we'll be playing to the gallery, and people will be saying, oh, it's just one of the things that the government is doing just to buy votes or other things. So I was so excited from that angle. And I'm happy that the target is not only on the styrofoam, but the beginning. Because that is, for our NGO, that is our focus on single-use plastic. So I was so excited in that angle.
Okay.
So the main target is all single-use plastics, not plastics. At times people get confused. Oh, so we are saying we will not have plastic? No, we cannot do without plastic. Our day-to-day life cannot do without plastic. Okay. The dress we wear contains some amount of plastic. Okay. The television, the cameras here, they contain. The vehicle we use, the aeroplane, they all contain plastic. Plastic has its role to play. But we are referring to problematic single-use. Okay. Those that can be used and reused, yeah, we are fine to go. Okay. The plastic bowls that we have, that we are using, we can use it as long as you can use it, they are good in the environment. It's
Okay.
only the single-use plastics that is our target.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Malik, what grassroots incentives do you think that environmental NGOs like yours would need from the government to help aid or scale up the education of and the shift away from the use of styrofoams and single-use plastics, like you said?
Okay. First of all, the biggest incentive is the government itself
Okay.
practicing what is preached. I've said this once again, but I'm repeating it again because if the focus of letting us live clean environments is emanating from the government itself, it gives we, the NGOs, doing grassroots work, the confidence that somebody is backing us.
Okay.
Because without that, it's like we've thrown ourselves to the public and it's like, you are doing this and look at your back. I'll set a typical example. The Ministry of Environment is in charge of this kind of stuff. So let's say our NGO is advocating or going to the ground, encouraging people to desist from single-use plastic. But you go to the ministry who has launched this long time ago, and still you see that they are not actually doing, or they haven't gotten to the level of where people can say, oh, since the Ministry of Environment is doing it, we can also do it. So that is a very, very big disincentive in our work.
Okay.
And the second is that I must congratulate the government for pushing the Black Stars, and the amount of money is pumped into making sure that they going to for the FIFA 2026 was successful.
Okay.
If that kind of incentive is given not to the NGO, but is given so that they, as at the assembly level, there are structures that will take care of the waste that are being generated. That will help us a lot in our advocacy work, because as I'm sitting here, I have an organ called the kidney, which whatever I eat and does everything, takes care and then flush out all the things that I don't need. So at the assembly level, if they don't have the logistics to make sure that the waste that is being generated is taken care of, it poses a problem. Secondly, with respect to telling the people at the grassroots level that they should use other alternatives, if the government does not support the production of the alternatives, that is the third big disincentive, because if you take away this and then production of this is high, people will not be encouraged to purchase this because the cost is high. So those are the three things that the governments can do to help us who are doing the advocacy work.
Okay.
To go on.
So seeing that it looks like the government is already doing most of the things you've
You see, the government need to create that enabling environment, which the government has created. It's a business for me to produce this. It's a business. But the government created that enabling environment. The banking institutions, you can get special loans with very attractive interest rates so that you can move into this shift. One of the challenges that people are raising is the cost. They say the cost of the alternatives is a bit expensive. It is true. The reason why it's a bit expensive is because we have few in the system. Those who are producing it, few. Most people are producing the styrofoam and the polystyrene product. So after the shift, you can see this will now go down. Because this one, the supply is very high, the demand is high. Therefore, the price is very low. So this one too, if the demand becomes high, a lot of people are bringing it. People are manufacturing it. Definitely, the price will also drop down. It's just because at the beginning, the price is a bit expensive. However, the long term of it, if you look at it, should it even be that this is about ×2? Look at the benefits of it.
Okay.
Look at the things that you are going to use money to treat at the end of the day. If you look at it, is this not better? So therefore, it's better you shift into the alternative that are healthier for our health, for the environment, and all of us, rather than because of convenience, because of less price, we are still compromising our health.
Okay. So, Mr. Malik, you gave our team some footages. Would you want to touch on that while they show?
Yeah. So, in terms of what government is doing, as an NGO, when it comes to the sanitation space, we have categorized Ghanaians into 18 sectors.
18 sectors.
Yes.
Okay.
For effective compliance and making sure that whatever government says, you can do
So
checks.
I want to believe that's what is being shown on the
so
screen. Okay.
we have created that. So if you look at the first one is the armed forces and the security services, the first category, to find out which group are actually complying. The second group is the civil and public service.
Okay.
The third is the faith-based organizations, then National House of Chiefs, the government, which has to do with the legislature and then the judiciary, the extractive industry, the manufacturing sector, which Mr. Lomote has talked, then the food, the market, institutions, health, banking, media, schools, maintenance, construction and repair sector, the art, the sports, and then the foreign missions.
Okay.
So we've created this to find out, since the government has banning styrofoam by January, can we now use this as a measure to find out which category of Ghanaians are actually compliant, so that when we aggregate all of them together, we can know, okay, this sector is doing well, this sector is doing it. Because if you lump all of them together, the government is banning single-use plastics and everybody is in one. You cannot pinpoint and find out who is who and who is what is happening. However, if you look at what we have created, the 18th sector, which has to do with the foreign missions, it's like we are preaching to the already convicted, because coming from their country, they are doing international best practices, and they are even willing to practice it in Ghana. Our organization, Planet Waves Environmental NGO, goes to pick out even sorted waste in some of these embassies who were long time ago looking for organizations that will want to engage them to do proper waste segregation.
Okay.
So if we did this strategically, because initially we were targeting the government and it backfired. So we now focus on the foreign missions who are closer to government, and then we juxtapose them because, okay, they are doing segregation of waste and keeping the environment clean. So they also talk to government to implement SIM, because at the international level, when they go to conferences and the rest, the focus is about how to live sustainable life. So that is the strategy we adopted. So they are in a better position to talk to government than we only become like mediators and then implementers of whatever to help keep the environment clean. So with that model of the 18 sectors, it can help government to know, okay, these sectors are doing well, these sectors are doing well, and then can we motivate them? So that is the strategy we brought out to help in this styrofoam ban journey.
Okay. And Mr. Lomote, don't you think that this 18 sector model can also help in disseminating information to everybody? I know that as much as possible, the EPA is doing all it can, and there are plans to educate Ghanaians in various regions using different mediums. But don't you think that if you adopt this, it's going to aid and speed up the work?
I think what we are doing is already in line with this.
In line with this.
We go to the schools, the ministries, and all the market, the food. I saw some of those sectors. So it's already in line. So we need to just continue what we are doing. And the monitoring, we can use some of these as indicators to do the monitoring and see who is doing well and who is not doing well, so that we can concentrate on those who are not doing well, so that we can all be at the same level.
Okay. So looking at the broader picture of sustainable development and Ghana's international climate commitments, how does cleaning up our domestic packaging waste feed into our overall national environmental health goals?
Yeah, I will pick it from where he left.
Left off, okay.
The issue about segregation. You see, the waste that we generate, if we can do proper segregation at source, we will be generating very minimal waste that has to go to the dam site or the landfill. Because if you are able to sort out the organic, which people need it, so people even go around, even literally buying some of these organics. They are buying them. So if you are able to sort them out, the organic waste is separated, plastic is separated, metals are separated, and all other waste of interest are separated. But if you don't even want to worry yourself, you can just do two-way segregation, the dry and the wet. The organic being the wet, and the dry ones being the plastic and other recyclable. I think we'll go very long.
Okay.
Because that is the basic problem that we are facing. The missions that they do visit, they practice the segregation, so it makes it easy because you pick the organic, you pick the other waste, the plastic and co, and you will still get money out of it. The organic, people go around. There is a facility in Ashama that goes around buying organic waste to feed its plant to generate electricity. So if we can do segregation as sort, people are buying this organic waste. People are buying plastic waste that we generate and we just throw it away, and they still take money from us before picking it. So if we can do proper segregation, I think our problem will be solved. That is what we should be. That's why we are preaching. Let's practice it. Let's all come on board. Sacrifice a little time to segregate your waste, so that if the waste picker is coming, he knows that it's coming for a resource, not a waste, because there's a value on it. One of the days that people leave their metals and coal and become nuisance in the environment. Today, leave your metal somewhere. Even they will jump over the wall to come and steal the metal waste. So let's do this segregation so that we can put value on the waste that we generate. The environment will be cleaner.
Talking about segregation, I know that Mr. Malik has a lot to say, but before I go to him, I'm asking this for the lay Ghanaian, the layman out there, who thinks that, okay, you used fuel to demonstrate how this is a better option than the styrofoam. But the lay Ghanaian can say that the food I eat, I don't eat fuel. So what's the proof that the chemicals that you're saying the styrofoam mixes up with our food is...
This is hydrocarbon.
Okay.
It's a petroleum product.
Okay.
And this is also a petroleum product. And the food that we put, we say when you put acidic food into this, you are exposed. When you put acidic food in this, you are safe. When you put hot food, I wish there will be some hot food here. We put in this and this. And after some 5 minutes, you will see the difference in them. When you put hot food, it leach. This becomes softer. And you go home today, don't eat that food, but you experiment it. You can do whatever hot food, put it into the styrofoam, cover it for 5 minutes, and take another styrofoam that there's nothing inside, and see the difference. So ask yourself, where did that thing go? It has leached into your food. Yes. Here, we cannot go because of time. We can't do such experiment. But this one is the first one we can see. So when you go home, take 2 styrofoam packaging material. One of them, don't touch it. The other one, put a hot food into it for about 5 minutes and check the thickness of the two. Then ask yourself, where did that part of styrofoam, where did it go to? It has leached into the food. For acidic food, acid may be some, you may go and complicate certain things, so let's not go there. Hot food can make it easier for us. Some people will go and buy some acid that can cause another issue. Let's leave the acidic food. Let's just concentrate on hot food. Pour hot food into it, you see the difference.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Malik, over to you on segregation.
Okay, so when it comes to our lifestyle, Accra itself, we don't have now anywhere to throw our waste responsibly, because all of us mix the waste together, including the styrofoam. So it's now difficult to manage our waste, which has compounded when the flooding, when the 29th June flooding came. Those are some of the issues. If we have segregated our waste, like taking out the paper, the plastic, the cans, the aluminiums, what would have been left would have been small.
Yeah.
That would have been able to dispose it
Okay.
properly. And like I keep mentioning, setting the example. So if you go to the ministries, they launched segregation of waste on the 22nd of November 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there has been change in government, but more can be done. That I was praising the government for putting money into the blasters for them to have that fiesta for 5 weeks.
Okay.
If we carry that same excitement and vigor into waste and invest into the infrastructure, this flooding that we had will reduce.
Okay. Please hold your thoughts.
Yeah.
Before we come back, I would like to announce the phone lines so that our viewers can call. The phone line is 024-301-5920. 024-301-5920. I think it's showing on the screen, so do well to call and join the conversation. Now back to you, Mr. Malik.
So that would have solved half of our problem. I don't want to say that maybe sanitation is not government priority, because if you look at the budget, this year's budget, I saw it last year and I almost laughed, because when I compared it to that, what was being given to football for 5 weeks, and to one what is being given to one assembly for a whole year, you laugh. And even the assembly, they have their priorities. There is health, there is education, disability people, and so at the bottom is sanitation. And as a rational human being, that is how it's supposed to be, because if somebody is sick and is in the hospital, what has it got to do with styrofoam ban? You will think of, no, let me take care of the person first. And then when somebody is disabled, you want to take care of, before, the last thing you think about is sanitation. But what we can do better. That's why I'm saying that this government has set the standard with what he has given to the blasters. Let's use that same measure, at least, if not even half of that, to focus on how to resource the assembly so that they can manage sanitation responsibly. Other than that, we'll be going back and forth to manage, in terms of managing waste.
Seems like you're reading my mind a lot, because I was going to come to this next.
Oh, good.
Back.
Good. So you look at this.
Okay.
Our NGO is also focusing on the alternates to.
Please, a minute. We have a caller on the line. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Domain Group.
Okay. And your name?
I'm Isaac Amakum.
Okay. Go ahead, Isaac.
Okay. I'm interested in the topic we are discussing.
Okay.
And I wish it comes to a fruitful from 1st January as scheduled.
Okay.
But my only problem is that is Ghana for you. We would propose a nice registration and other thing, but during the implementation, you see those who are supposed to enforce this laws becomes fund wanted. So my plea is that we must all be educated, especially those of us at the district level. You know, you are at the national level, Accra. Meanwhile, those of us at the villages, we are speaking English, but others do not understand. So they have to bring the education down to our level so that we all participate and make Ghana safe and clean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isaac. That was a really good one. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Back to you.
Yeah. So, aside the ban on the styrofoam, I want to talk about 3 things. The ban on styrofoam is the beginning, but styrofoam alone is not the problem. Anytime you see a styrofoam, it comes with
Single-use plastic.
single-use plastic
Okay.
in different forms.
Yeah.
So we are also focusing on that. My boss made mention of problematic single-use plastic.
Yeah.
And let me clarify this again. There is nothing wrong with some single-use plastics. They are very, very necessary. For instance, if I'm sick and I go to the hospital and you are a nurse and you want to inject me, that needle, that syringe has a single-use plastics. You will not use it to inject another person because you are going to create.
Yeah, but I'm told there's going to be exceptions with
Even
some
the
medical
styrofoam that we are talking, there are exceptions.
exceptions. Okay.
Some are used for medical purposes, some are used for carrying vaccines, some are used for researches.
Okay.
So the exceptions are there. All the other bands, there are exceptions. However, I don't, an importer will not just get up, bring the material and say it's for medical purpose. No. Or you can't go to the market and if they see you, then you say it's for, no. You need to write officially to the authority.
Okay.
The authority will approve it for you before, because we have to do some investigation and be sure that what you say you are going to use it for is for that purpose. Okay. Not that you say you are the watch seller, the sponsor is for research. Which research?
Sorry, we have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ibrahim, calling from Nigeria.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Very interesting program. Like they said, in fact, this is long overdue. However, I want to link this with the youth unemployment that we have currently.
Okay.
With the new one that will be coming, it appears as basic production will be low in the beginning. Can we, in a way, Ministry of Environment, probably link up with Ministry of Trade or whichever agency is responsible in order to promote employment, to have at least a production line in each district? This may not cost so much. Government may be able to assist in that direction. This will help to spread the thing throughout the whole country. I mean, localized production. In the north, probably you have one in Tamale. After east, you have one in Volga, and Takrady, at least one. Then, if the youth, that can create employment, reduce our waste, manage our waste at the local level. Because at the end, what I'm seeing is that production is going to be concentrated in Accra, probably Kumasi. This may also reduce the cost if it is being produced at the local level, apart from generating the employment. So for me, yes, education fine. However, the education will be more effective if it's at the local level. And the people know that, look, the food one that we are supposed to use, you can find it in this area. It is produced within our area. Work there, buy it. That can also help reduce the cost.
Okay.
And encourage people to use it more. That's what I have to contribute.
All right. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr.
So
Malik.
like I was saying that not all single-use plastics are for the bad effect, because in the hospital you still need single-use plastics to eliminate cross-contamination. The same way, when it comes to food, like in this studio, you are hungry and somebody needs to bring you food. It will either come in this, either come in the drawer bag or this aspect, the single-use plastic with the styrofoam. So whilst we are focusing on that, let's remember that we also need an alternative for what is carrying the styrofoam. Then the third aspect is the food itself. Because the main thing is that you just need the food to enter your stomach, but it can't come like that. But you need a carrier.
Yes.
The local farmer producing the food, we are in the end of July. Now,
We have another caller on the
Okay.
line, so we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Juan.
Okay.
I want to say that let's make sure that the law enforcers will not go and collect the money from the people and turn it to something else. The law should be the law and nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So now, the ban on the styrofoam is the beginning, but as we are going along, let's not forget that it comes with food. So we are in the end of July. August in Ghana is the season of abundance. Let it not be said that watermelon, there is a watermelon glut, there is a tomato glut, there is maize, there is rice, and then farmers cannot get buyers. Which it means that people who have money are importing stuff, just like how they are bringing the styrofoam into the country. And that also is a problem that needs to be addressed simultaneously this year, so that by December, we can also check using the framework that we have done, that people who are the food sector, their food that they have produced have been bought. Because that is a way of creating one employment and then stabilizing the country so that we can develop.
Okay.
Because I brought food. Yeah, you can see that
Another plastic.
We have another caller
Okay,
on the line.
right.
Hello, Christian.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Yeah, please. With the issue of sanitation, I think when housing is not well demarcated, like roads and housing are not well demarcated, the issue with sanitation will be difficult to treat. Because with poor road networks and poor housing, it will be very difficult to control waste. If you look at the Western, society, you will know that it is started by, demarcating their housing very well. When you are with any address, you can locate that place easily. But when housing is scattered all over the place without any proper demarcation, I think with the issue of sanitation, it will be very difficult. So I think the government should look at housing.
Okay.
If possible, places that are not properly, housing is not properly, demarcated must be redemarcated, and people, the landowners must be reassigned with their land so that roads network can be done all over again.
Okay.
It's capital intensive. It is very capital intensive, but we must start from there. If not, then this issue will not be done with.
Okay. Thank you very much, Christian. Okay.
So I came to the studio with food.
You came with food.
Yeah. Like the EPA say, the EPA is not focusing on, for now, this single-use plastic for now, as you can see. So this is plantain. This is a local product, okay? Let's say I finish eating it. I drink the water. All these become waste. And because we are in the office, that's why we are focusing on those who are in the office. What we do is that we do this, put all this together with the styrofoam and all, then tie it and throw it away. These are not sustainable ways of helping society.
So what then should we do?
Yes, this should be separated.
Okay. Okay.
You should be able to separate this, at least, like Mr. Lomote is saying. Let's assume that the water is, there's no water in it.
Okay.
You should be able to separate it so that the organic part, if there is an organic part out, you should be able to separate it so that there will be reduction in cross-contamination to help the waste service providers do their work hard to help the community. Without
let's hear from this last caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm James. Calling from.
Okay, please go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
James, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
My name is James Musa.
Okay, please go ahead. Okay.
With the issue of sanitation, with the issue of sanitation, I think much education has to be done onto the people.
Okay.
Yeah, if not, in as much as government put much effort and revenue to solve sanitation, ignorance from the people wouldn't also help to solve the problem. So I think much education will have to be done in order to solve the problem that is for us in the country.
Right. Thank you very much. Okay, so before we wrap up, Mr. Lumuti, your final word to manufacturers and citizens regarding compliance, because even though you said that they are welcoming the whole idea and transition into the use of the alternatives that we have, there would still be some lot who would want to test the law.
There will not be much,
So,
maybe some 1% or 5%.
Yes,
we
but
are
we-
ready to manage them. We are
Okay.
ready, we are prepared to handle those people.
Okay.
There will be seizure. You may bring your goods after 1st January, you cannot clear it.
Okay.
It will be confiscated
Okay.
and disposed of.
Okay.
You may have it in your warehouse. And when we get to know,
I think
you are now
with this one, you should look into the camera and talk to
Yeah.
them.
So after 1st of January, we have doing all this engagement, all this stakeholder engagement with all channels that we can use, the radio, the TV, the one-on-one, the visitation, the churches, markets, floats. We have put all those strategies in place.
Okay.
So after the 1st of January, if you still go ahead and import any polystyrene product, be it styrofoam, be it a mattress, be it a packaging material, be it sealing material, whatever it is, without any authorization, because there is a certain window for those who want to use it for research and medical issues. Those ones, you need approval. It will be confiscated at the port. You cannot clear it.
Okay.
And you get to know that you are manufacturing it. You'll be arrested and the product will be confiscated. We get to know that you are warehousing or distributing it. It will be confiscated.
Okay.
However, and we have studied all the import cycle, we've studied the production cycle, and we know the maximum is about 4 months. And our education is even more than 4 months. However, in case you have done your part, and after 1st of January, you still have some of this product in stock, just come to EPA with a list. I have so and so. Hand it over to us. We'll welcome it and we'll dispose it for you.
Okay.
So that we can keep the environment safe and our health will also be protected.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Malik, because of time, can you give us your final word?
Okay, so I will say that, I'll just reiterate that on the 22nd of November, 2013, was when waste segregation in Ghana was launched in Ghana. And now we are doing styrofoam ban for 2027 January. I'll be glad, for instance, if the seat of government, that is the Flagstaff House or Jubilee House, and the Ministry of Environment go back to separating their waste from, we are in July and in August, from September. So that we know from September to December, that thing that they started since 2013, they are implementing it. So that people have that hope that since they are implementing waste segregation in the two sectors, it's enough motivation for other people to know that this styrofoam ban will take effect and work effectively. Because as I'm talking to you now, at least the Japanese embassy and the European Union, they are practicing segregation of waste in their premises. And you know that at the embassy of every country, even though they are in Ghana, it's like they are in their own country. So if somebody has come from his own place and is practicing something that is of international practice, we can learn from them so that we help strengthen the styrofoam ban. Because a lot of us attend conferences and we have been given tote bags. They
These
give.
are some of the alternatives.
These are some of the alternatives.
You go to shopping with this, you can use it and reuse it for a long time.
Yes.
Rather than using the single-use plastic.
Good.
let's
So
take
a lot of people at the ministries have this, but the poor don't have. Those who didn't get a chance to attend conferences.
You can use baskets and other things that they be used. Traditionally, our grandmothers were using this. Let's bounce back to the village life.
Okay.
To save the environment.
So if all of us have attended at least 1 or 2 conferences and we come back with tote bags, from September, we should see that at least EPA does not allow this to cross their premises.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And protecting our environment, public health, and future generations requires more than just policy directives. It demands a total shift in our daily habits and corporate responsibility. Thank you so much to Mr. Hope Smith-Lomote from the EPA and Mr. Malik Herrera, I hope I got the name right, from Planet Waves Environmental NGO for shedding brilliant light on this transition today. So our cherished viewers, remember that true national development starts when we choose sustainability over temporary convenience. My name is Sharon Zoe Williams. Until next week, when we bring you another insightful conversation, stay safe, keep your surroundings clean, and keep demanding accountability. Goodbye.